And it's a war zone.
The real reason Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar had 19 kids might surprise you. When the couple first got married, they didn't want any children and Michelle was on birth control. Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar met when Michelle was only 15. Jim Bob had gotten word that Michelle had recently found Jesus, so he invited her to Sunday school with him. The two hit it off, and after a while, they began courting. They wed in 1984, when Michelle was only 17 and Jim Bob was 19. But when the couple first began married life, they actually didn't want to have children. As a precautionary measure, Michelle started on birth control to prevent the couple from having children before they were ready. Contrary to popular belief, the Duggars were not always against preventative birth measures. Michelle had a miscarriage, so she and Jim Bob reevaluated their life plan. While Michelle was on birth control, she accidentally got pregnant. Unfortunately, the couple lost the baby. After this happened, Michelle and Jim Bob began to reevaluate their life plan as far as having children. Both had always been deeply involved in religion, and they began to rethink the idea of using birth control. The couple started to believe that children are truly sacred, and there should be no reason to prevent them. From that point on, they were against birth control and instilled the importance of having kids into their own children. The couple decided to leave the number of children they had in the hands of God. When Michelle and Jim Bob decided to forego birth control, it meant they would leave the number of children they had up to God. At the time, the two were completely unaware of how many children God would bless them with, and neither could have guessed it would be 19. 19 children were not in their original plan, but their new opinions about birth control and saying no to any preventative measures meant they were getting ready for a potentially high number of kids. 35 years later, Michelle and Jim Bob have been blessed with 19 children, and they wouldn't change a thing. Today, Michelle and Jim Bob are the parents to plenty of kids, and the couple has a dozen grandchildren.
And it's a war zone.